Dear folks, welcome. We are live on Twitch. We're playing Sid Meier's Civilization 7. By my side is community moderator and FC Bayern fan Matze Mazeman.
Yes, hello everyone. Greetings to all of you.
Yes, why do I say that he's a Sid Meier Civilization 7 expert? Because he knows the game pretty well. At least somewhat, since his taste in 4X games is quite refined. I'll leave out the rest of what I wanted to say for now. And here we are again with DJ Pacha playing as the Inca, and let's see what we can experience together here. One round further, Matze estimates that we have about 36 rounds left, give or take, until the change of era. And before that we want to tidy up a little bit here. Up here in front, several barbarian villages, you could say. Clear out several more barbarian villages. We want to clear out 6 in total. We have 2. 6 because there's some kind of reward for that, Matze. I don't know where again. Not here either. You're somewhere over there. There was a reward somewhere over there. Yeah.
That's how it is.
One more turn, yeah. The truly brave never boast. Those are 4 flanks. Now we can have units automatically flank our enemies. We can build a smithy for more production. An arena for more happiness. Because nothing entertains people more than when streamers diss each other or gladiators. Next? Next check. Yeah, Matze, what could we do? You probably want... there's another codex there. We still don't have a trader. Navigation brings... oh, the sailors. We're already approaching the era transition. Maybe still build a lighthouse to get some gold, right?
Yeah, so if we have good coastal terrain near our cities, and we should check that again right away, then that could work. Otherwise, a lighthouse on the mountain is less desirable. But yeah, we have 3 nice, settlements here. We can only build a lighthouse in Cusco.
Because that's the only city. Yeah, and we can't buy the lighthouse either, even though we could buy it. But that's just in theory. In practice, we don't have any money. That means we've sunk so low by now that we can't even buy gold buildings anymore. Rock bottom, Matze. Our win probability is what, 16%, 18%? What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say somewhere between 0 and 100, that's where we should be.
But you still want the lighthouse, as I know you, because you're a penny pincher.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I briefly thought about whether it would still be worth going towards mathematics. Whether we'll build another building for science there. The academy isn't so bad either, and we just accept that as the Inca, we're not that good when it comes to water. And maybe we'll carry that over into the next era.
I'm convinced that's how we'll do it. Are you actually a penny pincher, or are you a penny spender?
Neither of those. With me, it's only gold, no pennies.
Very nice. So we're back in Cusco, and now the blacksmith is unlocked. We don't need any more units. We still have 2 wars left. But the war up front, that's where we're fighting. We've pushed back the enemy, the Greens. The Yellows aren't even marching towards us, so we can calmly attack the barbarians everywhere here. What should we do in Cusco? What do you think? Blacksmith?
Yeah, I think blacksmith is good. Production is also very important. That will be included as well. Everything goes into the next era. Only the adjacency bonuses, those won't be there anymore, but look, wow. So that really gives us quite a boost.
Yeah, we have different options. What did we build inside? Just the palace. There's a sawmill up ahead. I actually always like to place thematically fitting buildings on a terrain tile. I placed a sawmill up front. There's a storage building next to it, but it doesn't really matter, Matze, right?
It only becomes relevant when we eventually start working with specialists. They work a bit differently after test of time. For example, there are no base yields anymore. And since a storage building per se doesn't have any adjacency bonuses that would be boosted by specialists, you wouldn't want to assign a specialist there. So I think we should open up a new district, maybe next to the 2 resources we have north of the city, next to the camels and the salt.
So right here in front, bam, right there. There we are. And now we want to attack up front here. Exactly. Fire once, please. I mixed up left and right click there. That already looked very nice. Probably there are no more defenders left. Then we'll move with the commander. He has 4 movement points. That means we move the leader in here. Now I'm very curious to see if he can loot this with the leader himself. That's really cool. Do you think it's possible? Yes. Where's the loot symbol? It's this one, right? Here the X. We're making an X for independent disbanding. Yeah, nice. 15 influence and no XP, Matze. And now 25, that's nice. And now we want to found a city with the settler. We could do that again. The 6th settlement. And we wanted... Wow, Matze, did we want here or here? On one of these two, right?
I also think that we wanted to settle on one of these two. I think it was more on the lower one to the left of our spear, if I remember correctly. But we can take another detailed look at it if you want. It looks good with the natural wonder.
If we settle here, the natural wonder will be in the 3rd ring. Completely inside. Resources in all directions. We can reach the marble up ahead. We can reach the rubies. From here. You can do that in any direction from here. Once through to there. And here we are. And that's a hostile unit, right? A spear from Hachi. Whew, we can just shoot at it a bit. Just like that. Not that it does us any good, but it's a shame. Oh, it really doesn't help us at all. Let's move up. Oh, we need to go to the village up here. Was that it? I'm going the wrong way. We have to. There's a military unit up ahead.
But that's from our friends.
Good thing you said that. They look so similar, it's easy to confuse them. Well, we're going along down here in Numidian style, right? And the new barbarian villages that we're going to clear out will probably pop up around 80 then. Yeah. But those are enemies.
Those are enemies of the Egyptians who are trying to get wet feet.
Unbelievable. Pig gang.
We could also say, hey Egyptians, don't you want to make peace? Can we do that now? Has the war lasted 10 rounds already?
Ken. Yes, we can. But she won't accept that. We have to give something here, but only cities are allowed, nothing else. That's pretty stupid.
Yeah, no, they're not. I mean, that's outrageous.
That's because we haven't killed enough of her units yet. That's why she thinks we're not worthy of getting peace. That means she wants us to thirst for her blood and for the blood of her subjects. Brass plaques, an event. We can get a codex. The barracks will grant it until the end of this era. One less satisfaction, it doesn't matter. Or 50 gold. How many codices do we have? We urgently need gold. Great works. We haven't shown them all yet, Matze. We're such goofs, you rascal.
Yeah, then that doesn't help us.
Should we take the gold with us? Yes.
At the very least, we could save up the gold, then buy a library in one of our communities, and then at least display one of the 2 codices. That saves us 2 turns now, so it's fine. Yes, it's okay.
Yep.
It's doch okay.
So with the spearmen, you can move up here and do a bit of exploration here. So keep an eye out for enemies. Before we get looted, let's kill this one. Keep going up here. That's a chariot up ahead here. Fire once from here. Unfortunately, it can take quite a bit of damage.
But maybe he wants peace. Or are you saying we want to stay at war with him until the era changes? No, we want to keep fighting him.
Yes, he'd be ready to make peace. I would say let's fire at his unit one more time beforehand. Alright, we don't get any XP for units anymore. That was the Civ 6 reflex. It doesn't do anything anymore. Is there anything anywhere we could still kill? Nope. I'd say let's make peace, right? Good idea from Matze. Since when are you a Prince of Peace?
It's just for the calm before the storm. I think we might see him again in the next age or the one after that, and he still might not be well disposed toward us. And then we'll be better prepared.
Greetings to Arrow and many thanks for the 50th sub here. 50 subs, 50 months in. 61 Arrow, thank you so much.
We will develop in the right direction.
So, and now we can... Oh, our Galera apparently got beamed out somehow. Then we can't go back anywhere anymore. That's really stupid. Then we can only go up here.
Yeah, then we'll park and wait for him to either voluntarily or involuntarily open the borders for us again soon.
Exactly. And one more turn. We have 302 gold. Let's spend it on something, Matze.
We had in one of our cities, I think it was, or towns, it was Troppenholz. I think we prepared something there. No, that's the fortress city. Somewhere we prepared so that, yes, we could build libraries there. It was Nasefusa. We need to check the focus there to see if we can change the focus back to the city area. Yes, and then see how expensive the library is.
Let's do that. And we find out that the library costs 360 gold. Step pyramid only. If that would be nice too, of course, we would have a nice spot for it. Yes, even 2. And they permanently give these to preview. We could also do 2 times 160 for 320. That will be a bit more because there's inflation. But for about the same price, we could also treat ourselves to 2-step pyramids, Matze.
Yes, and we can only treat ourselves to them in this age. In the next age, we won't be able to build them anymore. But they will remain active, so we benefit from them, yes. The difference is that we could then slot in the codex, but that's only active until the age transition as well. Exactly. Long story short, I'm actually leaning more towards the step pyramid now, and then maybe when we have money again just for a moment or something, yeah.
The next one costs 240. But that one got expensive quickly. Wow. I didn't think the jump would be that big. 1 turn later, yes, we're being attacked again. I forgot to make a move. So, we have to fight a little now. Up ahead, there are Egyptians coming from everywhere. Now we have to use a few tricks. Pull one back. Attack here. Pull long up front here. With the settler, we will found our new city. Our new settlement, which goes by the lovely name Anta Antawela. So far we've had places like Desert Ship, Wet Feet and Troopwood. And like Crab Sauce, so always very German sounding names. That could work here. The natural wonder nearby, Matze.
Yeah, that's a beautiful view.
What do you think of Matsupitsu being suggested here? In your honor, how would you like that?
I would feel very flattered.
Already done. Many thanks in the chat to Markelis for the 24th subscription. Shout out to you. And with the commander... Yes, those are all allies. Let's cross the street. I can't move there. Let's go here instead. We'll unload it next round. Just a brief hiccup. No, we'd take more damage than we deal. I think I'd stay inside the city walls. What do you think?
Well, first he's wearing himself out on the city walls. We should take advantage of that, and I have another suggestion. We could spend some influence with Cleopatra, so that our war is more justified. Then we won't have such a penalty to combat strength.
Specifically with 233 influence. 60 influence once for better war support. The next one is 90, we can do it again. Now we're at ±0. That could also encourage her to make peace with us. Now we can get terrain tiles here and should move toward the natural wonder, Nato Wundermatze. That means right here in front. How is the happiness in Matsupitz Matsupetsu? Is it okay? She moves forward and then keeps a lookout. I'll let a castle be protected in the city for now. And we'll move him up. We have peace there now. Maybe we need one up front, close to their borders. Enemies are already approaching. Probably not a bad idea. Fire once. Twice. Well, that's good. That's pretty quick. Can we get a unit up there? This way? Yes, but it'll take a while. But I don't think we need more than one here. Let's move one up. Galley stays here. Yes, let's continue exploring. Then we got to know Madrid, and it's time for another round. Let's watch what's happening at Narsefuse. Well, the one inside the city walls can defend herself pretty well. The other one has a few problems. Can we fire over the territory of Terra Drabine here? I don't think so. But we can pull one in here. Hold on, let me check where the leader is going first. He can also unload a unit. A warrior, a spear, but only a spearman. Let's move in here. One movement point remains. We'll put it here. Yes. We'll set it up here up front. We'll do some ranged combat here, Matze. Attack! Once. Once. Then we have a ranged fighter up front. Maybe he can fire from here. Let's see if that works. Yes. Once. Here, one is almost dead. She can follow up. She might be under pressure, but we don't care about that now. We can also fight multiple people here and here. Then we'll make a little sortie. Then we'll make another sortie here. That wasn't without risk. We might lose the unit right now. But if anything, it's dying for a good cause. Namely for the glory and honor of Mazuman and WB. Is there a finer heroic death than to die for our civilization adventure? I don't think so. I believe people will still talk about these deaths for a long time in the future, for many minutes to come, full of awe. At least 3 to 4 minutes? What more could you want? Can we pull up here, or did I already do that? Yeah, I haven't pulled up yet, once along the top here. Once. I'll leave this here and do nothing for now. Oh, nonsense, I'll just pull it in here. Always let the Führer stay nicely in the middle. He benefits from XP in 1 or 2 surrounding tiles. I forgot again, Matze.
Within this white radius later, when you have promotion, it can even be extended to 2 tiles. That's why I would pay attention to that.
One unit stays in here. You can shoot again there. Yeah, we almost lost it. You can weaken it. Just run away downwards once. Exploration.
Steam as hot as an oven fire boiled up from the depths of the sea for days, and the whole place was ablaze.
Welcome, SR Sagui. Thanks for your 21st sub already. Best regards.
A steam like fire.
Moving to the next round, we watch all the Aldi Wheel. The fighting at Nasafuse? I really hope I haven't miscalculated and that this unit doesn't die here. But no one is dying at all. She tried to run away. Are we going to get her? I'm afraid not. No, we won't get her, not even with a ranged unit. Unfortunately, she can get away. Peace for now. Man. Still not, what a pity. The one up front has suffered. I'll pull that back a bit. Fire at will, I'm free. Shot skimmer or something, he's chasing it. We'll bring Gin to safety here. Now we can't fire with the archer. Can another one run there? Yes. He can even run much farther. Once over here. We can fire next round then. Whoops! Oh, that's not one of ours. A settlement is threatened. I'm not excited. By barbarians. All you can say is thanks for the tip. And... They'd love to know this guy, but they've all already left. You can't bring him here. Let's move one to the left. Let's move this one up to the front. This one stays here and holds. Oh, they're following up. Exciting. Fire once. Can we kill one now? Yes. Our unit is almost dead, but it's still enough. Rafa? It's still enough to kill someone here. However, the risk could be that the barbarians strike here at any moment. And please continue. Triumph completed. We have uncovered 33 of the map. Welcome, a free settler. Oh, how nice is that?
Yes, we can use him right now. We could also say, well, we don't have any space at the moment, or we don't have any settlement slots available anymore. It's also no longer the case that settlers are destroyed when the era changes. So now you can simply carry over both settlers and traders through the era change in Civ 7.
The latter is likely best, since we're already over the settlement limit by 1. And in terms of happiness, we're sometimes at plus or minus 0 plus 2. That's not enough to go any further. That means we'll park it here. One round further. So we can already tell that our troops are clearly inferior to those of the enemy. God, I never would have expected that an archer with just 1 round of archer binding would get filleted by a meteor warrior. That was intense. That's on me, I'm being completely honest. You! Of course I won't tell the relatives. So if a messenger comes by at the widow's place, knocks on the gate and tells her and her children that the Führer won't return home from the front, he won't say WB is to blame, but will say the Egyptian is to blame, or the Egyptian woman.
Kusana also seems to have respawned, if I'm not mistaken. That's actually how it is in these crises, that even when we dissolve villages, new ones can actually form again relatively soon after.
Interesting. Then let's move over with our military units and see if we can maybe get the little ones with 2 of them. So she was with the ranks from here, yes. So I'm really annoyed right now about the archer. That's WB's fault, like I said. Now we have, there must be somewhere a fighter can shoot them. I'd rather move one first. That's rough terrain. If I move here, I'll lose my movement points. Would you rather slaughter the one up front, or can we make peace? No. Well. That's really stupid. That's a strong warrior. I think we have to let him go. You can't approach him, he threatened us. Our strength is in the 3, actually 4 archers. I'll deploy them and pull back here. Or are these Egyptians here? Damn it.
They're fighting our allied city-state.
Against Iwatapura. That looks absolutely like a new settler is coming. Yeah, what should we do, Matza? Any ideas? Oh, look here. So Mecca has been founded between our little towns.
Yeah, I would have liked to found a settlement there too. Unfortunate. Yuck, that's all I can say. Even yuck.
I'm a bit at a loss right now about how we should move here. I think we can't hit anywhere in one turn. Let's advance the troops carefully. We'll heal up here at the front. I wouldn't do anything up front here. I'd just stay here for now. Do they heal when they start to fortify themselves? I think so, right?
Wow, I don't know. We'll have to try it out. I haven't really looked into it yet.
I think so, but I don't know. Let's see how long the health bar is and the little dots. We have 67, remember that number. And here we pull we just pull back carefully, there's no other way. Or we barricade ourselves up here. We can choose a celebration. We'll just take the food, right, Matze?
Yes, that works in all our settlements, and that's very good.
And we could do another policy council exchange, but not that. Actually, we have a new policy slot right above your little head, and we're taking 1 production point and 1 research.
Ja.
So now we can go back up here. We were spared by the barbarians. Are we moving with the settler? Could we go into the water, or should we see if we can pass through the city, or at least go here? There's still a lot to uncover here. And one more round, Matze. With the settler man.